Hello, everybody. You're a very, very bad lady there, Molly. Welcome, everybody, to our one-day special. And we have got a treat for you. If you did miss it earlier on, we are talking Heartfelt Creations. And we got the lovely Nikki. Hello, Nikki.
Hello, how are you?
Nikki, I really enjoyed the last hour.
It was amazing, wasn't it? Really, really good.
For anyone who's missed it, this collection, so with the one-day special, we've got the I Want It All collection. And it is something that has been highly anticipated. We wanted to bring it to you in June. But because of everything that was going on, unfortunately, we just weren't able to do it. We are now able to bring it to you, and it has been such a busy launch, and I really do mean that. I'll tell you, I'm just going to show you. You need to see these, especially if you missed the last hour. Can we just take a moment to enjoy some of the incredible creations that Nikki has crafted? You can be making these as well. Now, we will explain how, because Nikki is on her Facebook pages and groups. She's going to be telling you the dies she used and templates and everything. But this is where you can take the collection. They are absolutely incredible makes, Nikki.
Thank you. And yes, the templates, I actually worked around the dies that I was going to be using. So I chose the dies first from Heartfelt. So they are all Heartfelt dies. And then I just made my template to fit the die.
So that's, okay, that I know is sort of expert level, but even if you are a beginner to an intermediate crafter, what you're getting with this collection is the most adorable characters. So welcoming new additions to your family, fantastic, but this release is so much more because you have got, I think it's the wealth of design work at your disposal, your fingertips.
Yes,
Nikki.
so I mean, to me, that one, even though it's got baby girl on it, is kind of a little bit more grown up. You've got the roses on there. You've got your animals that aren't kind of pink or blue, and then just putting a congratulations on there. That could be any occasion.
Totally, totally. Well, what about this?
And then just something a little bit more simpler, using your decorative dies. Again, any occasion.
And I'll show you one more. It could be for Easter.
I love that one. I'm not sure who's made that one. They're one of the design team members, and I think that is so pretty. I've
got to tell you as well, just before we go into a bit more depth of one day special, we did have a Rose Essential collection. That sold out in the first hour. We made some frantic calls, and it's a real compliment to Heartfelt Creations. We were able to get a hold of them on a Sunday evening, and we have got more stock. So that is now back in stock. And what's even better, you're only waiting a couple more days. That's going to be dispatched from the 3rd of December. Just to remind you all that because this is Heartfelt Creation, did I say September, not December? It was... I'm sure I said September. I might have got that wrong. Definitely September. Now, with regard to the complete collection, so the one-day special, that's going to be dispatched from the 1st of September. So 1st of September here, 3rd of September if you do want to go for the Rose collection. But really, really good news that it is back in stock, so we're very happy. Nikki, talk to us about the one-day special. Why has it excited you so much?
Right. It's baby. It's cute.
Very cute.
But it's more than baby. As I say, you can make anniversary cards, wedding cards, I do believe, with this one as well, especially using the balloon that's in the collection. You've obviously got your paper pad in there as well as inspiration, so you can make really pretty, easy, quick cards, or something a little bit more elaborate using some of the other Heartfelt dies that you may have in your stash. But then you can go to something completely different. And I haven't put anything on there. This could be a ruby wedding anniversary. Yeah. It could be anything. It could be just that somebody that you know is flown the nest and they're going out into the big wide world on their own, and you just want to say, wishing you luck. You have got so much scope with this release, and this is what Heartfelt Creations do so well. There is a reason why Heartfelt Creations have an international fan base. I'm just looking for the paper pad that's good. Where's, oh, it's there. Walkie. Should we have a look at the paper pad? Because this, we always say, is the foundation of any Heartfelt Creations release. So talk to me about this. They are double-sided. Double-sided, so you've got 12 designs, 2 of each design. You've got your panels in there that are all matte and layered for you. Then you've got your ribbon strips in there, all with those adorable animals on there as well. The
ribbon strips are lovely on the side. You can just see that little border
detail.
And
there's a lot of ways that you can use those. You can use those on your shadow boxes. You can create bows with them as well. You've got sentiments in there that really go well with the whole collection. But then obviously then you've got your larger 12 by 12 full designs here, so great for your scrapbooking. Maybe you've got a granddaughter that was maybe born 5 years ago and you've got lots of photographs. Now is the chance to actually bring all those photographs together and make a nice mini album with them.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, look at this. You got your little elephant in
and you
there.
can see the design behind where the animals are. That is the cage design that I've used to make the cot with.
Yeah.
So there's lots of other elements, but of course then you've got those really useful sheets that have got all your animals, you've got your balloons on there as well that will fit your dies perfectly. So if you don't have time to stamp and die cut, and you need to make a really nice quick card, or maybe you're making a very elaborate project, then you can use those as well.
So multiple sheets, you've got your toppers, you've got your backgrounds, you've got your larger works in there as well. I mean, it gives you everything. Now, what we were finding in our launch hour, and I even love the tags, element sheets in there as well. What we found in our launch hour, a lot of Heartfelt Creations fans, what they like to do is go for the complete collection and then add one of the paper pads or another paper pad into the mix individually. What you can do though, because we've got 3 flexi payments with the complete collection, you'll then find that if you do add another paper pad or anything else in the Rose collection into your basket, that will have 3 flexi payments on it as well. Let's just talk you through what you're actually getting. So we had a look at the paper pad. You are going to get the beautiful balloon stamp with sentiment.
That is a big stamp, isn't it?
It really is. Just put my hand. That is a good size. And then you've got the corresponding die. And this is something you always get with Heartfelt Creations. So no having to worry about fussy cutting. Lovely. So there we go. And then we've got, just show you here. I don't know why I'm so clumsy today. We got our characters going through.
Yeah, and as I say, depending on how you colour them up, they can be grown-up animals.
Yeah.
They don't have to be cutesy pink and blue.
Well, it's a good point. You will find, obviously as crafters, we want to get maximum use out of our release.
Definitely.
And then we've got our sentiments, our words in there,
and you've got
more dies.
Rose florals in there as well, which are really, really pretty.
So the roses, I mean, the Essential Rose Kit, which we will be looking at this hour as well, that just complements the one-day special so beautifully.
And that's why we decided to bring that back. We launched that going back over 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It was phenomenal. We sold out. We did a couple of other shows as well that have always sold out, and it does work really, really well with this collection.
We're just showing you how the roses, now we've got some lovely purple hued roses here with our characters. My goodness. That is why this collection was so immensely popular. I've got to tell you that we were approaching 50% of the stock. We are now over half the stock gone for the one-day special. That stock that's meant to last 24 hours, 50% of the stock and more has gone. When you start seeing Nikki playing with it, you're going to realize why it is just so immensely popular. Right, Nikki, shall we start having a little bit of a play?
Right, so I'm going to be doing a baby girl card,
okay.
But I'm also showing you how you can incorporate other dies that you probably got in your crafty stash. These are all Heartfelt that I've used here. And how the papers all work together really, really well. Because what I find with Heartfelt, when they give us a paper pad, it doesn't matter which sheet I decide to use, it's all going to coordinate together really, really well and pretty. And this is a really pretty one. So you've got your soft pinks and your blues in here, but then you've got this, if you look at this one, look, the really nice green here. And you've got your lemons and a darker yellow in there as well. So it doesn't always have to be sort of like pink and blue. So I'm adding this, and again, this one. So when I turn this over, yes, it's pink, but it's got beautiful little hearts on it. So I'm thinking this could be used for Valentine's.
Well, absolutely. But if you do want to make, we had that lovely email, I want to say from Sheila. It was, she was saying that she's going to be a grandmother for the first time next month. It was Sheila. So Sheila was saying that she's going to be a grandmother for the first time next month. This release could not have come at a better time. So if you do have any little ones in your future, in your family, friends, imagine having that at your fingertips. Or, I was going to talk to you about this, Nikki, because I know not everyone makes to sell, but if you did have a stand with cards, especially for new additions to the family. There is always a market for that. They would be incredibly popular.
Definitely, absolutely. And think about memory books, your memory boxes, as well as your three-dimensional projects. As I say, you can sell anything. We have an angel policy, which means that you can make as many as you like as long as you're physically making it, whether the money is for yourself or whether you're making it for charity.
Yeah. Nikki, very quickly, something we didn't do at launch, we were going to do is announce our winner on our Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
So I know, because we had a Facebook competition. If you're watching right now, it is well worth following Hochanda on Facebook and Instagram, because we've always got competitions and giveaways. So just search for Hochanda, give our pages a like, and then you'll be notified when we do have a competition. So I can tell you our Heartfelt Creation winner is Jeanette White. Well done to you, Jeanette White. You are the winner of our Facebook competition for Heartfelt Creations, and you get to win all the goodies. So well done there, Jeanette White.
Right. So the next bit that I decided to use was the polka dot. So this is the 6x6, which I've cut up, and I've matted it on some white and used some foam pads just to mat that up. And then I've used that heart paper again in the pink, but cut it out with a decorative die. This was one of the, I do believe it's one of the medallion dies that we launched a couple of months ago. But if you don't have that one, I'm sure you have lots of others that you can maybe use. And then I've cut out the circle, which again is a heartfelt die, and I'm just matting that on. So this was cut out of the 12x12 polka dot design. So the actual polka dots are actually slightly bigger, but you've got all those colours now. But my main focus is going to be using the pinks.
Okay.
So next to the elements that I've got, so of course, it's not going to be a baby card unless you use the cute animals. So I've already gone ahead and coloured these up. Okay, and again, you can colour them any colour you like. And you mentioned in the last show, what colour ink do I use to stamp with? And I said to you, I do stamp some of them. Most of them I did in a light grey, but then for some of the animals, I actually used a bright pink and a bright blue.
That works.
Because that works really, really well. So I'm using a mixture of my pens and my daubers. So I'm going in with a nice deep pink for my sort of like the ears and the cheeks, and I'm going to add some yellow flowers because we have yellow in the collection. Oh, I missed a rose up here, look, little rose there. So you'll find that all of the actual animals will have a little bouquet of flowers somewhere.
See, this, I mean, you mentioned about Easter. These are fantastic for Easter, for spring, for summer, winter, Christmas. You use them all year round.
All year round. I mean, you can make a lovely Christmas card with these as well.
What? Christmas card? Imagine nestled in the snow, loads of glitter. I know you're not one to use glitter,
Definitely
Nikki,
lots of glitter. So now I'm going in with some pink on my dauber. So I'm just going to check, because I might already have some on there, and I do. Okay. So there is enough on there. But what I tend to do is I use my dauber. So if I'm going to use, and this isn't open, which is very strange, but it's obviously a new pack of ink.
We have got the daubers on your screen. If you do want to pop those into your basket, you're getting 12, so you're getting the Stack and Store Precision daubers there at 069154, your item number, $13.99 your price.
These are something that I would say, if you are new to Heartfelt, give them a try. Absolutely amazing to use. You've got your precision corners here. It domes in the middle, and some crafters actually put 2 or 3 together and prefer to colour like that. I tend to use mine with my finger in there, and you can get precision, which means I can blend my colour in. So as I say, I've used my pens to add the dark in, and then I'm going in with a light pink for a start, and just taking it off using my glass mat as well. So taking some of that ink off. And then I'm going to use the same dauber, but I'm going to go in with a darker pink, okay? So I've turned it around and used the other corner. Take a little bit off that because I don't want it too dark. And then I can add a little bit more dark and a bit more shading.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is Heartfelt have brought out some amazing products the last few years, but this one has to be something that I use on a daily basis.
The daubers, yeah. And they're at the bottom of your screen. We've got the main details for the one-day special, which is busy. And I'm not surprised when you start seeing Nikki playing around and what she's going to create now, and it's just the tip of the iceberg.
So now we're going to some of the roses. So I mentioned there's roses in the collection, but they're like sprigs of roses. Look very, very pretty.
Oh, no.
Now, at first glance, when you look at it when it isn't coloured, you might think, oh, a little bit daunting for me, you know, not very easy to colour. But all I'm doing is taking 2 shades of pink.
Yeah.
I'm going in with my darker shade first, and I'm just going in with a flick motion with my pen, just bringing that in. And again, you can see that I'm actually going in where the artist has put that darker colour in. So I'm saying she, it could be a he, has put that shading in for me.
Pretty. And this just goes so well with our classic rose collection with the
Yes,
moulds, the stamps, the dies, and we will be taking a look at those later this hour.
But the nice thing is, when you're using elements like this, you can add flowers, but if you're posting your card,
yes,
it isn't going to cost a fortune because you can make it quite flat.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going in again with a little bit more of that pink. As I say, really easy to colour. And then, to finish it off with the leaves, as I say, I tend to use a mixture of my daubers.
Right.
Going in with my dauber next. Just find one with the right colour. I'm not sure if that's it. This one will do. So just take some of that green off because I've used it with a different shade green. And then I'm going in, getting quite a bit on there, but again, I'm going to dab it off. Can you see there? Now it's more of a sage green.
Yeah.
And then I'm just blending very gently. I'm hardly touching the paper. Just blending gently in, just adding some shade in. Very gently, and then just go down the stalk, and it's a pretty fancy stalk.
Yeah. Well, that's very pretty. And that you could use so many different guises.
And so as I say, so
just
easy to colour as well.
Yeah.
It is. And as I say, you don't have to adorn your card or project with lots of massive 3-dimensional flowers if you don't want to, because you've got these elements in the collection that will work really well.
It
so you get
your
the
top
best
nicely.
of
Is
both
that roses
worlds.
on your top?
It is roses, yes. Well spotted. And then finally, I've already daubered, so I've used my daubers to add my colour onto my girl. And then I'm going in with a darker pink, just picking out, and this really makes it pop, some of the colour. So again, using a different, you know, your inks and your pens to create a bit more of a 3-dimensional colour rather than just being your flat pink.
Yeah.
Really, really easy.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I'll just take you through it again, what we've got. So we've got a rabbit, I've got a pig. I'm not sure if I'm going to use all these. I've got a koala bear. I mean, a pink koala bear. I had to add grey in there, obviously, the same as with the elephant, but it has to have pink in there.
I just love that baby elephant.
So cute, isn't it? But then you look at the baby boy ones that I've coloured in, and it's exactly the same elephant, exactly the same animals, but you just colour them up slightly different for a boy card or for another occasion. So the next part is I've used one of Heartfelt's hearts. I've actually used 2 to give me an open heart, but I've die cut it out of the pink paper. So that's going to bring that all together. I've got 2 foam pads, and I'm going to pop that on there. Okay. This is why I always say it's well worth having that second paper pad.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other ways. You don't just have to use your panels or your tags or your strips. You can use it in a lot of different ways.
And we actually have got the details for the second paper pad, or for a paper pad if you want to go for it individually and have that second paper pad into your basket. If you do add it into your order, then the price will be spread over 3 months. Obviously, you're taking advantage of the flexi payments. We are over 60% of the stock for the the paper pad by itself, and it's a trend we see so often whenever we have a new Heartfelt Creations release, because so many core Heartfelt Creations fans, what they like to do is double up on that paper pad because it gives so much more longevity to the release.
It does. So with the elephant, I've added some foam pad just going halfway up, and that is going to go in the centre of my heart.
Cute.
And then I'm going to take, I think we're going to have the little piggy. Now it's your choice whether you put it on top or behind. And for this, I'm not sure now. I'm going to go on top because my main focus is the animals, not the actual heart. The heart is just to add a little bit of decoration.
Right.
So I'm overlaying that. Okay. And with the rabbit, look, I'm just going to lift those ears up. And I'm just putting them on a slight slant. And then I've got my roses.
It takes you back, you know, when you're a kid and you see characters in a comic book or a cartoon and you just fall in love with them. They've got that appeal to them, that you instantly warm to them. And there is a sense of nostalgia, and you couldn't have picked more fitting characters for a new addition to your family card.
As I say, there's so many things that you can do with them.
They're so sweet.
Oh, just drop that. There we go, we'll pop that there. So I'm adding a few roses around that die.
You know, when you talk about making to sell, there's certain occasions where people are really prepared to pay a premium because they want a card that is special. And New Baby definitely falls into that category. You're not just going to go and buy a cheap card, are you?
Definitely.
For non-crafters, I mean.
And then when you think you can add a few pearls on there, some glitter, and you've got a premium card that if you bought it from a shop, let's face it, you would pay a premium price just for a little bit of glitter and a few pearls on. Yeah. Just adding those around the edge. And then I've got another rose here. Again, just lifting up those leaves slightly just to give a little bit of dimension. And that's going to go just down there. And then my girl die, I'm just going to lift that up. And I'm adding some foam pads. Okay, so I think that should be enough. So just going to take that off. And I think probably 80% of what I've made has got glitter on. But I do think you can get it, if you're not a glitter fan, maybe you're not everyone likes glitter. That is just as pretty without any glitter, and the heart will lift up as well. So you have got dimension, but if you are posting it, it will go flat as well. So no three-dimensional roses on there, but I have used those roses in the collection to adorn the card.
How cute is that? And it's showing it's so achievable. All right, I'm going to show you something. This is why we are all so excited about this release. Now, Nikki made a little bit of an album here. Take a look at this as we start to open up and explore. There is so much going on because we have the characters there on the pad. You have more of the characters that we've die cut as we open up. Look at those characters. It is so much. It is so character led that you have here. But it just keeps on going on and on. There's more behind that we can show. So that is an album. If you do want to make a little memory album, tuck in pictures. So here I'll be putting pictures and tags and ephemera, make it really personal. What about if you wanted to have the little sonogram picture, ultrasound picture rather, you can have it in there, and obviously as baby arrives and baby with family. So that is just one way we can go. Or how about, so that's achievable, right? What about making, we haven't shown this actually. Oh, wait a second. What about this? What about that? Look, it's a little Noah's Ark full of characters. Now, what I'm about to show you, this and a few others, Nikki has painstakingly made for the show, and you can see how much fun she's had. we are going to tell you, if you're interested, it's a question that we were asked a lot during our launch hour, how can we make these, how can we find the dies that Nikki used? So Nikki, to answer that question, if anyone does want to make, say, this or the crib I'm about to pick up, how do we find out what you used?
Well, I chose the dies that I was going to use, and then all I did was took some white cardstock, which was 240 GSM, made a box to hold that acetated where the dies are. So what you're seeing through that beautiful die, which is the cage die from, and I can't remember, it was from a couple of months ago, and Wisteria collection.
Yes.
That was the one.
I remember it.
And there's acetate behind there, and that's how I created the actual shape.
Yeah.
And then I've made a quilt, which again I've boxed up using decorative dies. Got the characters in there in the corner, so they're my little fluffy toys. And then I've used my shrink plastic to create. And if you're wondering where the wires come from, that is a wire coat hanger that I've cut up with wire cutters.
Oh, wow.
And the little bits of silver chain are from a very old necklace that I had.
So if you want to make this, I'm going to pick up another one here. Follow Nikki on social media, and we'll explain how to do that in just a moment. And then that will, and what Nikki will do is she'll post the die she used and just give you an idea of how she made all of these beautiful inspirations. How do we follow you on social media, Nikki?
So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram on Nikki Hartley. To be honest, I don't use Instagram very much. I should, but it's mainly on Facebook. And then I have a Facebook group called Nikki and Friends Crafting with Heartfelt Creations, and it's not public, so you would have to search it, ask to join, and then we will accept you.
I'm just going to show this last one, and then we are going to talk about the essential collection, which we have on the screen. So this is where you can take, and if you are going to start, if you're a crafter who's of a standard that's going to be making these 3D construction inspirations, think about the complete collection and think about maybe doubling up on your paper pad. If you just want to dip your toe into the world that is Heartfelt Creations, then we do have an essential kit. Now, with the essential kit, you're getting your paper pad, you're also getting the stamp, which with the balloon, and you're getting the die for the balloon as well. I'll just show you both of those. So you're getting the paper pad and then the stamp, balloon die, and the stamp and die with your balloon. So you're getting all of that for $21.99 of $14. There is a Freedom price on there as well. So if you're a Freedom member, take advantage of your Freedom discount, and of course your P&P is included. But here's the thing, that £5 saving from the essential kit, you will have that factored into your price for the complete kit. So you're not saving £25, you're actually saving £30. And for your first flexi payment of £29 and some change, $29.98, you get absolutely everything. You get all the stamps, you get all the dies, you get the paper pad, and you get the possibilities. It is an immensely busy launch, and we knew it would be for Heartfelt Creations. Your item number is 023083. Going to move on. We have our rose collection. Now, this was another extremely popular item when we launched. It actually sold out. We've brought it back on extended delivery. Just to remind everybody, for our one-day special, that is going to be dispatched on the 1st of September. For this, because it's sold out, you're only waiting a couple more days, 2 days, because it's going to be dispatched now on extended delivery the 3rd of September. So that's not long to wait at all. You're getting your flower shaping mould, you're getting your stamps, and you're getting your dies in the mix. But ultimately, look at this. Look at this. Now tell me you do not want to make roses like that. They are the most beautiful, decadent roses that you are going to batch make and put on absolutely everything. And because roses come in so many different colours, shades and variants, you've got so many possibilities afforded to you. But just adding one, I mean, look how real they are. That, to me, if you were at a distance, you would think they were real roses. That's all thanks to the flower mould, the stamp and the die. And we are going to be playing with these. Do you know what we might do actually this hour? We didn't get a chance to do it at launch. We've got the foam. So maybe we'll have a play with the foam as well and just show you that. Take a look here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's just a bit dusty in here. Let's have a look.
I think it could be the glitter.
It may be. It's just something just tickled my nose. Let's have a look. This is nice. Oh, that's nice. So you've seen the different guises that you are getting with the roses. Very popular bundle. $22.99 is your price. You've got 2 flexi payments, 879-432, your item number. Okay, we are going to get to our next demonstration. What are we going to do, Nikki?
Right, so we're going to be using that classic rose stamp and die because, as I say, it does really go well with your baby Tender Moments collection, but again, it will go with anything. So earlier I did make one out of paper, and if you didn't catch the first show, I will demonstrate this on maybe tomorrow morning show at 8 o'clock. But we've also got some foam art paper on the show as well. And you are getting, I do believe, 20 sheets in total, okay? And that's a lot of foam. Now, what you can do is, you can cut more than one layer, okay? I'm going to cut 3, and I am going through, and I'm using the larger of the roses. Now, the reason I'm going with the larger ones is because when you actually make this and you use your heat on it, it's going to shrink, so they're going to go smaller. So you are going to probably want to use a size bigger than you actually want, so always bear that in mind when you're making your roses. I'm not stamping it. You can stamp it if you like, because of course you've got the coordinating stamp, but I'm just die cutting them out. So as you can see, they have all been die cut out beautifully.
Yeah.
And then you need to add colour. Okay, so I've got 3 of each size, 2 sizes on this one. And you can basically use any colour you like, any inks really. What I would say is if you're using like your distress inks or your oxides, or which I'm using here, which are, I can't think what they are, they're similar to Memento inks, so they're all water-based. I would allow a little bit of time to let them dry. Okay, and I'm not using that at all. I'm actually going to go for a bright pink.
Oh, nice. Okay,
now also bear in mind when you're doing it that the colour will fade as you heat the foam. Okay, so I like to give this kind of effect, so I'm adding some green to the middle. Okay, and just bringing some green in on there, and then I'm doing all of them. Might not need all of these, so I'll just do 4, I think. So I'm going to use 3 of the larger ones, and actually I'm going to do 5 because I can't work in 4. So like 5. So I've got 5 inks.
Are you the same when you eat biscuits?
No, not so much biscuits, but if it's a card or flower arranging, it has to be an odd number. The
only reason I say that is I eat biscuits in 3s. I can't, like 2's not enough. I have to eat 3s.
To be honest, I don't eat that many biscuits.
Oh, okay.
So I'm inking this up. So again, bear in mind that it is going to go paler. Okay. Right. Using my daubers again, really nice and easy. You can go in with a second colour as well if you want to add a second darker pink on the edges.
Yeah.
Just inking those up. So already the actual rose is beginning to look more like a flower. Now, because our Heartfelt design their flowers, it's a rose. We know that's a rose because it's called Classic Rose. Yeah. But when you start creating with them, you're going to come up with other flowers that you can create with them, different types of roses, and not necessarily a rose in itself. I'm then going to turn this over. Turn that one back. Now what I'm going to do with this one is, because of quickness, and this is only to add a bit of colour, I'm using the actual pad just to add the colour on the back, because when you actually make a rose, you will see, and I've just gone all over that because I'm getting messy, you will see a bit of the back. So it is nice if you colour up the back as well. Okay. But as I say, it doesn't matter what it looks like. Okay. And just pop that over there. So that's picked raspberry, the colour that I've used, if you're wondering. And I've got some tape on this one, so I've just got to take this tape off and just ink over that. And then I'm just going to clean up my glass mat.
Lovely.
Okay, so lots of different ways you can use this. I'm going to use my heat gun. You can use an iron, a specialist iron, one of the low heat irons, maybe like a travel iron, and just have it on a very, very low heat.
Okay.
Okay.
And it just kisses it.
Yeah, you only need to touch it. Don't kind of think
Don't
you've got
leave
to, don't have it too high.
It's
Okay.
literally kissing it against the iron and then pull away.
I'm going to go in with a smaller one and I'm going to pop it upside down. And to be honest, the heat on this for the rose actually does a lot of the work for me.
And the minute it catches, do you pull away?
And then, can you see how that's
coming to life? It's
coming
like
to
an
life,
animation.
shrinking. Okay.
We need some inspirational music.
So that's that one. I'm going to do the same with this one, pop it upside down.
So this is the foam that we're working with, £11.99 your price, saving £3. Whenever we bring you Heartfelt Creations foam paper, we say paper, it is just a foam sheets, where you're getting 20 foam sheets, always sells out. So £11.99 your price there, 675-424 your item number.
And then the two larger ones, so I've just done the others the opposite way round, but these I'm doing. So the reason it's smoking is because my ink is still wet.
Okay.
Okay, it's just smoking it. I think everyone's panicking upstairs. I have to say, I don't think I've ever set a fire alarm off, but...
No, the sprinklers are quivering.
So, I want to start off with this one. So I'm going to now roll those petals just to get them in the right shape. And then I'm going to add hot glue. Okay, so this is where you just have to be careful. And I'm just bringing it together, look. Can you see how that has just gone together so easily?
Yeah.
Into my bud.
Nice. It's a beautiful bud.
And then I'm going to shape it.
So with regard to the foam, you do need some kind of heat source.
Some kind of heat, yes. So once you've heated it, you can use your fingers, you can use your ball tools like this, your stylus, and create other shapes with it. I'm obviously, for time, just using my fingers. But as I say, there's a lot you can do with it.
Yeah.
I'm just showing you a very, very simple rose. Okay, can you see how that's coming together?
That's very pretty.
And then I'm going in with my next ones. And with this one, I want to open it up a bit. So I'm just putting a little bit of glue around the bottom of those petals and in the centre.
Nikki, what did one flower say to the other flower?
I don't know. What did one flower say to the other flower?
Hi, bud. It was a question we had last night on the show.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
It was because you made a little bud.
I've made a bud, yes.
I got that from Janice's scriptwriter. It's the last time I hire him.
So you see, a lot of people out there might be wondering what bud is, but I used to live in Leicester.
Yeah.
I lived there for about 5 years when I was younger.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And they used to go up to you and say, "How are you, bud? Are you all right, bud?" And it means friend, mate,
buddy,
or
bud.
buddy, friend.
I call people buddy.
Yeah. And there you have your rose.
Oh, that's nice.
And that was, as I say, really quick, just to show you. And the great thing is, I'm going to throw it to you.
Go on.
How light it is.
Look at, oh, come on. Look at, it is light. So think about posting it. Look at that. It's beautiful.
But you can use wires on there. You can add your leaves, obviously, and you can add more petals. That's just like a basic
and
rose.
with that, we do have the leaves
yes,
in
we
the
have
set.
them in the rose set. Yes.
That's nice. Okay, so we're going to have a quick recap. One day special. Now, if you do want to go for the one day special, this is the latest release on Hochanda. It's one we wanted to bring you in June, but unfortunately, with everything going on in the world, we had to delay it just for a little while. We are so glad it's here because it's been hotly anticipated. I'm just going to show you the types of inspirations you could make. So if something like this appeals to you, because this is a release that is very character-led. You've got all these beautiful characters coming through. Or what about... Oh no. Won't show that, so fallen. How about this? Or maybe you want to create something like that. So you have got, what about here? So many elements to play around with. Our little raccoon, she's the wrong way around. Look at it. Now look at that. Look. So that's what I mean when we say you've got so many options with the characters. You are getting the 3 dies, you're getting the 3 stamps and the paper pad for a great price, because you're also getting that £25 saving, but it's not £25 saving because it's a £30 saving, and the paper pad. Now the paper pad's important. By the way, you can get the paper pad by itself. A lot of Heartfelt Creations fans, what they like to do is get a second paper pad. So if you want to stock up, because then it suddenly opens up the territory of, if you want to make the detailed construction makes that Nikki was demonstrating, or she's shown, brought to the show, with regard to the prams, the cot, the boxes, you're able to do it. They are double-sided. You can just see the reverse, so you decide which you want to use. You're getting multiples of each. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely colour tones coming through, lending themselves obviously to the theme. We're thinking about new babies. So have you maybe got a baby on the way? Do you know someone's got a baby on the way? Even if you don't, it doesn't matter. This will work for children, so young children. So if you have any younger members in your family, these are just endearing. But equally, if you just want to create a very cute inspiration, I mean, there is no age limit on cute. That elephant would appeal to someone who's 8 months or 80 years old. It's just a really cute little, look at all the characters you have here. You have the hot air balloon, which stands by itself, and that's one option with the release if you do want to move away from maybe younger members of family territory. That's just a beautiful hot air balloon. But then with the characters, they're just so sweet. Okay, so there's your paper pad. You're getting your die cut elements, so the die cut sheets. That's why actually it's a good idea if you do want to stock up on your paper pads. Good option to do that, because you're getting so many die cut elements you can just die cut and stick on. And there's the girl in there as well. Then we've got our toppers, so a lot more. Okay, so that's your paper pad. If you want to pop that into your basket, £17.99 your price, 219,704. The one-day special, this is the I Want It All collection, and you are absolutely getting it all here. £89.93. Remember, you are saving £30, not £25, because the £5 from the Essential Bundle has already been factored in to your price. That £5 saving you would have got with the Essential Bundle. You've also got access to 3 flexi payments, £29.98 today, £21.98 today. Your first flexi payment of 3. You're getting everything here, the 3 stamp sets, the 3 die sets, the paper pad, but ultimately then you can venture in to this kind of territory as well. So we got these beautiful inspirations from Nikki. This is when it takes it to that next level. So would you like to make something like that? Or how about this? Now, if you do follow Nikki on social media and follow her groups, she will be telling you, she's going to post how she made these and the dies that she used. Aren't they stunning? If you do just want to go for the stamps individually, of course you can do as well. A lot of people going for the Baby Friends individually stamps, £13.99 at your price if you just want to go for the cute little stamps there, which we can see are Baby Friends stamps. All right, so something else we're going to move on to, our Rose collection. We have a look here. Sold out at launch. It's back on extended delivery, and we're so glad we are able to bring it back to you. Take a look at this. And you don't have to wait too long. So with the one-day special, that's going to be dispatched on the 1st of September. With the Rose collection, of course, the immediate dispatch was the 1st of September. It's sold out. The extended delivery is going to be dispatched from the 3rd of September. So you're only waiting a couple more days. This is the important bit. It's basically a 3-step process. So we stamp, we die cut, and then we run through our 3D flower shaping mold. Run through a 3D flower shaping mold, and that's what gives you the most beautiful, lavish, realistic flowers like this. Look at that. They are stunning. I mean, they are absolute showstoppers. So you've got ranging of sizes as well. So you've got your large, medium and small. $45.97 is your price. If you are adding this to your one-day special, then that price, those flexi payments go from 2 flexi payments to 3 flexi payments. So you're spreading the cost rather over 3 months. 879432 your item number. Right, we have got stamp and die storage for you. Let's have a little look. Stamp and die storage, $12.99 your price. 934723 is your item number. $12.99, good price and good way to house, store and protect your investment. What are we going to do next then, Nikki?
it's just there. Can I just pop over there? I will show you
I'll
rather than
move away.
try and explain.
Okay.
So, going to make a tag card. So the tag is actually made from one of Heartfelt's tag dies that we've launched a couple of years ago, and you've probably got them in your crafty stash. And using a decorative die and just using a few of those elements of your animals and then your baby boy or your baby girl to create a really nice pretty card. So I'm going to go for baby girl. I'm in a baby girl theme today, I think. So I'm going to first go over, so I've die cut out of the papers in some of the pink paper, but I just feel it needs a little bit more of a pop, okay? So taking my dauber, and I'm just going to take some pink off from when I did the flowers earlier.
Nikki, we've had a lovely email. Can I read this to you?
Okay.
This is from Michelle, and Michelle, she really likes this release. Not only has she bought the complete collection, the I Want It All collection, she's bought 3 more paper pads on top of that.
Oh my goodness, what are you going to be making?
I can only imagine, but Michelle did add, she is a Freedom member, so she doesn't have to worry about PMP.
No, I love that.
And she's also saying what beautiful demos you've been doing this hour.
Thank you. I'm really, really pleased that, you know, I've inspired you because, you know, I love Heartfelt, absolutely love Heartfelt. But when I get the chance to play with a collection like this, and absolutely, I have gone to town with what I've made because, as I say, the launch of the release had to be put back. So we should have done this back in June.
Yeah.
So that's given me a couple more months to actually play, and it's been great.
What I would say, Michelle, please follow Nikki on social media. So if you wanted to make, and you've got more than enough at your disposal when it arrives, but if you want to make the pram, if you want to make the balloon or any of these, you can find out how Nikki made it. So if you just give a shout for your social media, how can we follow you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Nikki Hartley. And in my group, you'll find me at Nikki and Friends Crafting with Heartfelt Creations.
Okay.
You will have to put that in your Facebook and then request to join.
Okay.
Because it isn't like a public group.
Yeah.
And you can post pictures in there of what you've created. Not necessarily, it doesn't always have to be heartfelt. It can be whatever you like, but it is mainly heartfelt. Okay. You can ask questions. I do giveaways, although I have to say I haven't done a giveaway for a while, so there is one coming up very soon.
Nice.
And it's just a place where you can get inspired by other crafters as well that have the same passion for you.
Good. And post your makes. Post your makes as well.
So also, when I put the post on, it will only be what I've used. It will be up to you then to create, because all I did, like for the Noah's Ark, was drew the actual. I drew a boat basically, and made a box for the top part and just put windows in it and created a roof.
Show the. If you have just joined us, and we know a lot of viewers just joining us now, having a look at the boat that we have here, the Noah's Ark, made with the Heartfelt Creations one-day special. Or, if you haven't already seen, I know I've shown this a lot, but look at this pram. It is absolutely exceptional. Look at that, such a beautiful pram. Or how about, and I've got to, if I just pop this down, can I pick up the box and show everyone? Look at this box. Can I pick up that box?
Yes, of course, yeah. So that's a memory box. I just created the box out of white cardstock.
What?
And just
so that's actually just with white cardstock decorated up. But
using
do you
panels there as well.
Now that's actually a really good indication of all the characters you're getting with this release. And this is what Heartfelt Creations do so well. It is an incredibly popular one-day special. I've got to tell you, stock-wise, considering this is the second hour, we are approaching 60% of the stock, and that stock that's meant to last full 24 hours. You're getting 31 stamps. You're getting 18 dies in the mix, and of course your paper pad. It even comes beautifully presented in your own little wallet as well, so you get that to house everything. Really busy for it, and I think it's one of those that deserves to be busy, so I can only imagine what you're going to be making. Thanks for joining us.
Right, so I've got all my elements together. I've got baby girl that I've just coloured. I've got 2 of the roses that we're going to use, and I've got a couple of animals. So I've got a koala bear and I've got a rabbit, and I am just going to colour in the elephant. So I'm going in with a really pale grey here. And I'm doing the grey first rather than going with the colour first.
I think the baby elephant white might be one of my favourites.
It's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very cute. Okay, and then I'm going in with that pink. Now I think there is going to be too much pink on there, so again I always have a sheet of paper card with me, so I'm going to take that off as much as I can. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring in a bit of pink. Aww. Again, using my daubers.
It's the posers with them as well. Oh, I want to give them a cuddle.
And then I'm going to go in with a bit of colour with the flowers. And add some green there. So if you're new to Heartfelt always have stamps that coordinate with dies. So I didn't cut this out by hand. You are getting the dies to coordinate with the stamps.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. Easy and quick. You can put a little bit more detail in if you like. Yeah. It is completely up to you. Beautiful. So I've got my 3 animals there. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring my card back. So there's my card base that I've used the tag with. And then I'm just going to glue that top layer on, and I just need to clean my glue out.
While you're doing that, just a reminder of our Rose Essential Collection, been really busy for that too. So what you're getting is the flower shaping mould. You're also getting the stamps and the dies. So the way it works, you stamp out, you use your dies, and then you use your flower shaping mould. It is the perfect way to get the most sensational roses. The 3D flower shaping mould is incredible. And when you look at a completed, now look at this. This gives you an idea of what you can be making with your stamps, dies, and 3D mould, and perfect to die cut. Sorry, batch make, I should say.
So I've just added my decorative die onto the tag, and I'm quickly just going to add a few because I am conscious that the show is nearly over. Yeah. So another hour gone. So just adding a few foam pads just to lift the baby girl up. And then that's going to go on the top. I've already added some diamantes to those decorative dies. And then baby girl here. And then tomorrow, on tomorrow morning's demonstrations, I will be showing you how you can create a twin card. So it will be for a girl and a boy using the hot air balloon. Okay. Okay, so that's going to be something. I wanted to show you different ways on how you can use your paper pad. Yeah. So just add in again foam pad there, and then bring in these ones flat.
Oh, I like how you decorate
them. Just easy and quick.
We love them.
Don't want to hide.
So imagine giving that to a family expecting a new, or just had a new baby girl. So cute.
There we go. Easy and quick.
We love it.
And there you have, using some of the other decorative dies that you've probably got in your crafty stash.
Oh, Nikki, you've made some great inspirations.
Thank you.
I really have enjoyed
It's
them.
a fun collection. Honestly, you will not be disappointed when you get this home.
If you would like to join us and venture into Heartfelt Creation Land, this is a great way to do it because it really is such an immersive collection. Heartfelt Creations, where they excel, is giving you everything you need. You have your paper pad, you have your stamps and your coordinating dies. When you put them together, special things do happen. Please continue to to follow us. I know that we're going to have more live shows tomorrow at 8, 12 and 4. And Nikki has so many more inspirations. Nikki, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been really fun.
I always enjoy it.
Thank you.
I always get excited at a brand new Heartfelt Creations release. I hope you do as well. So that's it for this hour, but don't go anywhere, because coming up next, what we're going to do is introduce you to our brand new 7-day sensation. So if you love a bargain, they only launched at 8 this morning. Do stick around. It's going to be a great hour.